Hey guys, I'm here with Rocky. We are going to do a nail trim on him, and he is a guy that we're not really sure how he's going to behave, but his owner's concerned that he's going to get maybe a little bitey or uncomfortable with the whole process of clipping a dog's nails. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you guys how to work with a dog that is maybe frightened of getting their nails trimmed or gives you some sort of kickback. So ideally what you want to do is have this be done in a way where you're conditioning the dog to having their feet touched, having interactions with the tools, making it a pleasant experience. But then you have those dogs that have some length on their nails that you need to get that stuff off pronto, otherwise it might be an injury or they might snap back their nails. So I want to show you, if you are in one of those situations that you need to trim a dog's nails, how we go about doing that and still making it somewhat comfortable for the dog. So what I'm doing right now is just helping the dog have a little bit of relaxation. We put the dog on the table. We want to do a little bit of massage. We don't want to just go right into clipping their nails, because if they are anxious and they're on the table, you will have a more difficult time getting them to accept a nail trim because they're already so amped up. So some things I want to point out right now about Rocky's body language is that he's not breathing, right? His mouth is not open, his mouth is closed. This tells me that he is tense, maybe a little bit nervous. He is just very wide-eyed. The lip licks, all these kinds of things, appeasement behaviors that dogs are doing. And it lets us know where they are mentally with what we're doing. So again, I just want to give him a massage. I just want him to chill out a little bit. One of the other things is too, with food, that's good. Before he didn't take anything, that's generally normal. When a dog is nervous, they're not going to eat. So the fact that he just had a treat is definitely a better sign that he's relaxing a little bit. So look for all these things before you just start going into clipping the nails, and that will tell you how the dog is feeling and how relaxed they are. And obviously, if we can bring down some of that anxiety that they're feeling, we'll have an easier time again attempting to clip their nails. Okay, so first things first is the tool that we're going to use is just a regular nail clipper. Some dogs, again, this is a much quicker, less invasive way to clip a dog's nails as opposed to maybe a Dremel. Although I do love a Dremel, but if you have a dog that's nervous, all of that noise and the potential pressure on their nails from the grinding action, obviously your skill set too with how long it takes you to do it, can all make the situation just a lot more stressful for the dog. So if you're looking for a quick nail trim, use nail clippers, and that'll just let you do it super, super quick. The thing with dogs getting their nails trimmed in general, what I find is that they get uncomfortable and nervous with the lack of balance that they have when people are trying to cut their dog's nails. Most people will try to take out an arm and do it that way. They lift the dog's legs in ways that they don't naturally go. So on top of a dog that's nervous and anxious, you have a dog that you're making even more uncomfortable based on their level of stability and also the way that you're moving their joints. So dogs go this way, right? Just like horses, they don't go this way. And so when you're taking a dog's leg and pulling it out in this direction, they're not going to be comfortable with that. And so if that's how you're trying to trim the dog's nails, they're going to fight you just for the discomfort of where you're putting their body. So when you're doing their nails, you want to support them. So with larger dogs, I'm going to put my leg actually underneath the dog and have them just kind of over my leg and using that as a way to support the rest of their body so they're stable. With little dogs, if you raise them up on a table, or you can, get creative with the way that you can safely secure your dog and provide them stability. The increased height obviously helps, and you can use your arm to provide that stability, which I'm going to show you with Rocky right now. Good boy. Okay, so what I'm going to do with Rocky is I'm going to lift up his back end, and then I'm going to kind of hold him like a football. right? Like I'm gonna just kind of tuck him in underneath my arm, providing the rest of his body stability when I pick up his leg. So when we pick up the leg, we want to pick it up like a horse, okay? We want to pick it up and tuck it in a little bit, okay? We can see the nail that way, and we're just gonna do a quick little trim, and you can go for just the tips of the nails, avoiding the quick. Good. Treats on hand to pay him for a job well done. Give him a break, and if you can only get through one nail, give him a break after that one nail and just go back to the massage. But if you can accomplish a foot, do that super quick and then just go back to this massage and just kind of let them relax. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the other side. Okay, just to give you a better view of what we're doing, picking up the dog's foot. You can see I have my arm underneath him to support. Just like that, and then we let him relax. Good boy. All right, guys, front ones. Now again, if you are afraid of your dog redirecting at you, biting you, anything like that, use a muzzle to secure that part of their body, so if they do come back and make contact with you, it's not gonna be a big deal. Okay guys, so on the front ones, again, I'm gonna come around and I'm gonna give him a hug and to support his body while I'm lifting up that front leg. This type of maneuver with your arm, where you have your elbow facing the dog because your head is gonna be over here, this is what's gonna keep your face safe if the dog turns and tries to bite or just comes at you in any sort of way. So always be mindful of where you have your face in comparison to theirs as well, because now we're getting obviously into a much more serious end of the dog. Okay, notice again, giving him lots of rubs. I'm gonna pick up his foot like a horse. And if he starts to squirm a little bit or pull, I'm gonna go with it. I'm not gonna fight him. I'm going to go with the dog's foot until they relax. If I need to take a pause here where he's relaxed and I'm gonna let the foot go because he's relaxed, so I'm gonna relax the pressure that I'm putting on him, we can do all of that too to help him make a better association with what's going on. Again, you don't want to be fighting the dog because you're going to get into a tug of war with their limbs. So go with the dog until they relax, and then either choose to continue clipping the nail or release the dog's leg as a reward for relaxing. Good. Good boy. All right, I'm gonna show you now with the front leg. Basically, we're just gonna lift it up, tuck it in like this, again, like a horse. And I'm just going to take the tips off of the nails here. You see he's fighting me a little bit, that's fine. Good boy. Once he releases the tension, good. I can release the tension as well. Good. So he's a little bit more concerned on that side, you can see. So I'm going to be rewarding him basically for every nail. Wait for him to relax. Clip the nail. Good. Good boy. Reward him with a little massage there. Again, a little concerned. Good. And I'll actually come up a little bit so you can see what he's doing with his face. can see, again, concern. Good. Good boy. Good. Good. Good job. Okay, so we're done. Rocky did really great. He was definitely nervous and apprehensive, but we got him through it. I definitely feel from all of his body language that this could have definitely gone in a different route where maybe he would have acted out a little bit aggressively and tried to go after us with what we were doing. So I think the key really when you are tending to a dog's nails, if you're a professional or if you're just someone at home, generally what I have seen in my experience being in the industry as long as I have is that people just put all the pressure in the world on the dogs and they don't let them get up. They just hold them down, go about their business, and they don't give the dog any sort of release from the pressure that they're physically and mentally putting on the dog. So basically when your dog is faced with pressure, there's a multitude of things that they can do. They can fight, they can flee, or they can accept. And dogs that we are working with that are apprehensive, we need to move them over into the acceptance phase. But the other two options that you have, fight and flight, when you are securing a dog and you are putting pressure on them and not allowing them to alleviate themselves from that pressure, in the end, you are taking away their ability to flee. So they either will fight you or they're going to just completely, shut down in that moment because they have no other option. So neither one is good. So the more comfortable that we can make our dogs and make the experience not one that is a fight from the start, we will be able to get them into a much better space and accept nail trims more readily. All right, so I hope that helps you guys, and good luck with your dogs out there and their nails. Good boy, bud. Yes.